He used his long, wise antennas to lead his loyal wife of 32 days, their two well trained teenage sons, and their precious baby daughter towards the distant smell of decaying Domino's pepperoni and sausage pizza crust hiding away in a dark corner of Fred Quisha's.
Hey, all right. So one thing I want to point out for anybody who's not a writer, anybody who might not know this, in it just he did something that every professor, every teacher tells you not to do, and it's something I've always enjoyed doing if you can do it well, and that is changing perspective
Uh,
between your and making taking your protagonist and then making something else your protagonist, even if it's for just a moment. And he did that so
with the
well. Just
roach, with the
yeah, with
roaches.
the roach. He went from just the lady screaming about roaches to this daddy roach, this daddy roach who has a wife he's been married to for 32 days. So now we can see this roach's perspective.
There's an
Okay.
author that is a friend of the podcast, friend of the show, Quan Millz. Okay, if you haven't heard of him, oh my god, you are missing out on good writing, good literature. Okay, this is on par to
Literature.
Pride and Prejudice and Mark Twain. Okay, this is up
Hey,
there
don't do
in
that.
in terms of classics. Classics. Okay, and I'm gonna share with you a couple of the titles that he's done just to get you an idea of where this guy, like what this guy does.
Yo,
So
you
here's
could
one of
get
he's
these free on
you can
Kindle
get these on
Unlimited right now
Kindle.
too. For
Hmm.
anybody listening, Kindle Unlimited, you can get these whatever Rudy's about to tell y'all about right now. You could get them free if you got
For
Kindle
free
Unlimited. Let's go.
right now. Right now, is he's got titles like "This Hoe Got Roaches in Her Crib," "Old
Hmm.
Thought Next Door," my favorite, "Pastors Eat Pussy Too."
Love that one.
Um, um, this one's called "That Nika Got a Small Dick." Uh,
She looks
Tax
so
Season
forlorn.
Thoughts. Tax Season
Hey,
Thoughts.
can you pull up the yeah, that one? Can you, I want to see the picture bigger. Look how sad she looks, dog. Look how sad she looks. I love that. She looks sad. He's got a condom in his pocket, so he's ready to put that small dick to work. And she like, aw,
By best-selling author Quan Millz. Okay,
Quan Millz.
best-selling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me actually read
Read the yeah
a
synopsis.
synopsis of this of
Yeah.
this Nikat got a small dick. Meet Tanisha, a gregarious and down-to-earth black woman who, after going through an extremely traumatic situation, finds herself becoming obsessed with chasing new love at her new job. But as her obsession grows, she quickly finds herself caught up in the throes of a potential murder mystery that could very much jeopardize not only her sanity, but her own life. Sit down and get ready to read the latest ratchet urban thriller by Quan
Don't
Millz.
change it yet. Don't change it yet. Don't change it yet. You
Okay,
gotta go
fine.
back to it,
Okay,
bro.
fine.
What are you
All
doing,
right.
man? Jesus
Okay,
Christ,
sorry.
dog. Let it
There's other
breathe.
books. There's other books that
You
I want to
suck
get
a
to. This
small. You
isn't.
sucking small dick right now, Rudy. Can we just kind of? Because I'm very interested in it. First off, I don't know what about that synopsis has to do with a nigga with a small dick at all. I don't know what that is.
Wait, mind you, hang on. You ignored this is book one of two. All right,
Yeah, that's what I was
this
trying to
is a.
get to. I wasn't ignoring it. You were ignoring it by trying to
I
change the
definitely
pace.
was ignoring.
I
I
I
definitely
want to
was
get to
ignoring it.
all of that because yes, and also too, it has it has 443 ratings and it's rated like a 4.3. Has a super high rating by a not a small collection of people. So people
Well,
are
let's look.
reading this and genuinely enjoying it.
Let's let's uh let's read the reviews. This book
Yeah.
made me laugh so many times over. Uh, I absolutely love this from beginning to end. This book was okay, not one of her best. They think Quan is a girl. It's not. This book is fantastic. Um, between being an avid reader and writer myself, I can say that towards the end of the story, it seemed like Quan just put a whole bunch of BS together to create plot twists. I will admit that I was hooked from the prologue. This is why I continued to read. You want to read the prologue?
Let's read the prologue.
Okay, let's read the prologue. Okay, let's see. Um, now, do you want me to read this or do you want to read this yourself?
It don't matter.
I
I
think
can
I
read it
want
if
you
you
to
don't
read
want to read.
this. I think I want you to read
Okay.
this.
All
Yeah.
right. Back to school time. All right. Prologue. Who is she? Where that bitch at? Is she in the motherfucking closet? I really wouldn't believe what was happening right now. I was literally hiding out in this nigga's closet. Where's she at? Is she in the closet? I really couldn't believe what was happening right now. Cause yes, in fact, I was in that nigga's closet. That's just great. I'm sorry. All right. Let me go.
Uh,
I was literally hiding out in this nigga's closet, damn near about to fight a bitch over some dick that wasn't even good at all. My entire body trembling with fear, I stood as quiet as I could, tucked away behind some suits and shirts hanging from the rack in the dark walk-in closet. Why, God, why me? Why did you put me in this fucked up situation? You put yourself in a fucked up situation chasing some mediocre dick. You just said that like 3 lines ago. I kept thinking to myself as I bit the fuck out of my nails, hoping this crazy ass woman wouldn't come in here and try to do something to me. Calm down, ain't nobody here. The fuck you talking about? I could hear Travius. Why? Why, Quan? I mean, I'm asking a nigga Quan why he used a nigga name Travius. So yeah, let me chill. I could hear Travius tell the woman, whoever the fuck she was. Sorry, I fucked that up. Calm down. Ain't nobody here. The fuck are you talking about? I could hear Travius tell the woman, whoever the fuck she was, but even I knew he didn't sound believable. The telltale signs of another woman's presence was all over the place. And of course, I was sure this crazy ass lady could smell my pussy perfume wafted in the air.
First of all, he didn't write that. You added that. You added
No,
pussy perfume.
I add the pussy perfume. I'm a writer, dog. What do you expect, bro? I'm editing in my head, so that's why I started laughing because I'm like, that would have been a better line. All right, sorry, everyone. He actually wrote.
While I do agree, but you got to
Yes.
read this right. You got to read this right.
Okay, so he actually wrote, and of course, I was sure this crazy ass lady could smell my perfume wafting in the air. All right,
Yeah.
nigga, stop fucking lying. I see why you wanted me to read it now. He says nigga a lot.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that for sure, but I had a feeling.
You had a feeling a nigga named Quan might say the word nigga a few times,
Listen,
huh?
I've been around a lot of black friends and stuff, so I think I had a feeling that this was gonna go one way or the other.
Spot on. It's called The Nigga Got a Small Dick, which again, already there's a juxtaposition with that title and us jumping directly into the book with the prologue, right? So it's called The Nigga Got a Small Dick, and then we're in this prologue with these 2 women who are clearly fucking the same guy. So is this the small dick protagonist that we've been promised, or is this?
I think it might be, but this is one of the things that women do. Okay, once they get done wrong, oh, he had a small dick to begin with. You know what I mean? It's that thing.
You think that's what's happening
it's spite.
here?
It's women's spite, is what I'm gathering from the context clues.
Okay,
Because he's obviously cheating on both of them.
Obviously, and
Right.
not on both of them, because the one in the closet don't give a shit. That's not, you don't cheat on someone who's hiding in your closet.
Right. But
you
she
cheat
gives
with.
a shit because she's in the drama now, and that's what she didn't want.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So okay. All right. Niggas, stop fucking lying. This entire house smelled like another bitch pussy. See, I was there, and I know my shit don't smell like that because I'm a vegan and I don't eat fish.
Oh, this is good. This is good reading.
This is good stuff. I might have to order one of these books. River's getting about that time.
I think we're gonna do a full episode just reading the book.
Just reading it a full. Like we'll do a few chapter every day.
Yeah,
until we finish the book.
I think so, dude. I really do. A chapter a video, one chapter a video.
All right. And it smell like fish. All right, because I don't eat fish. Now, where this nasty ass hoe at? I know she in here hiding somewhere. She in the closet. I'ma kill you and that bitch. Kill? I grew even more terrified as soon as the delirious lady uttered the word kill. I quickly thought maybe I could explain to this woman that this was all one big mistake. I had no idea Travius had a girlfriend, fiance, wife, or whatever she was to him. Whoever she was to him, whatever. And even if she was just another one of his flings, I wanted absolutely no smoke with her ass. And at this point, I damn sure didn't have any intentions of continuing to mess with this clown ass nigga. So, whoever this woman was could have him. That trash ass shrimp dick that obviously had this woman acting this way. So this is the small dick
See, I told
protagonist.
you. I knew it. I knew it.
But I
Never read this
okay.
book. I've never read this book.
So you never read this book and you're immediately like the woman's the bad guy. She's the liar in this
No, no,
situation
no,
where
no.
she's caught by
I'm
this
just no,
trifling
no.
ass dude who's cheating on
Context
his wife,
clues.
girlfriend, or whoever she is with him.
I'm reading the book just at the same time you are, so this is what I'm
I
gathering
know
from the information
that's
I'm
not what
gathering.
okay, so I'm not getting
She
that.
doesn't have
I'm
to
not
call
getting
anyone a shrimp. This character doesn't have to call him trash ass shrimp dick. Like that's just beyond the pale here.
so attacking his manhood you think is going a bridge too far. Having sex with two women who didn't know about each other, stashing one in the closet while your wife comes home and yells at you. You don't think he's the problem? It's her
No,
for
no.
calling him a small dick dude.
I'm saying in terms of the story, why is she why this book is titled this Nika got a small dick is because the main character who's going through this is mad that she was in the situation to begin with. And it's like what most women do. They're in love with you, and then the second that they're not because you did them wrong, you got a small dick. I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens. You
Or
know what I
maybe
mean?
maybe he just had a small dick, but a really good stroke game. You know,
Well,
maybe like here's the thing. Because here's the
Then
thing.
why even say that? Then why say
No, because
it's to hurt
look,
your feeling? It's to
here
hurt you. It's to
it's not
hurt
even
you.
no, hang on. I know it does happen. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend naive
Right.
like
I
it
don't
doesn't
know what.
happen.
Yeah, I don't know what
Right?
side you're
But
taking on this.
no, because I've seen situations, right? And you've seen them too online, and they could have been they could very well have been fabricated. But I've seen video, right, of a man cheating and getting
Yeah.
caught by a woman, his
Hmm.
woman,
Yeah.
and then her yelling at him like, how dare you embarrass me by dragging that small dirty dick out the house, letting people know that I'm settling. You know what I mean? Like I've seen
Uh-huh.
that, and then the guy turns around and you're like, yeah, that's a small dick. She's not lying. She's not lying on his name. You know, like I'm sorry for anybody. I should preface this with this isn't just me looking at porn. This isn't porn I'm talking about. I
Yeah.
used to
Where
watch a
are you
lot of
getting these
cheaters.
stories from?
No, I used to watch a lot of cheaters back in the day, and cheaters like content you find on the
Cheaters. Yeah.
internet. So it's
That
not
was a
porn.
show. That was a show.
It was a
Yes.
show. So you would see those conversations happen and play out and stuff like that. And so yes, I do agree that what you're saying happens. I don't know if this is the situation though. We haven't read enough. We have to read the book, and I'm
Fine.
very curious to find out.
Okay, we'll do a thing. Let me get to the goddamn thing of this because we went on a whole tangent reading this thing. Look,
Oh, there's more.
here. Yeah, that's the whole point. The whole point of this was something completely different.
Oh, I got something. You can't show me books and ask me not to like. Let's not read a little bit. You know what I mean? That's
Look,
just me.
you know what? That's on me. That's on me. Look, here's some of the other books that he's done. My baby mama is a loser, pregnant by my mother's gay husband, and so on and so forth. It just keeps getting better.
Thug
Um,
karma.
yeah.
Hey, he got
So
yeah. You said this nigga got a small dick too. So it's an espionage spy thriller featuring the same small
espionage
dick
spy.
dude.
It's espionage
Same
spy
small
thriller.
dick dude in both of them.
He's the secondary character. He's not the main character. I don't know how many times I need to emphasize
I
this.
know he's not the main character. What I'm saying though is if he really if he has a small dick, why does she keep messing with him? That's to your point by saying he doesn't have a small dick. She's just saying that because she's mad.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what I'm
I'd like
saying.
some listeners to weigh in on this because I'm not I don't know if maybe I just
Fine.
got a small dick and so I'm like worried now.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
like
Yeah,
freaked
I
out.
don't know. Yeah, you're pouring a lot of yourself into this, and I don't know where to start or where to begin with this. Okay,
That's what you do with books, right?
this isn't
You have to be able to
Friends.
see yourself in the characters in order to like really
That's
enjoy them,
fair. That's fair.
right?
This isn't friends doing therapy on each other. All right, this is
No,
friends
no, no.
partying in hell. All right,
Yeah,
and Quan Millz is back. All right, and what I
yeah.
wanted to play for you is him talking about his book because they're going on sale. Because
Oh,
I think that I don't know why they're going off on sale, but I think it's getting kicked off Amazon possibly or something. I don't know what's going on with him,
Nah,
but
not
I'm
with
gonna
those.
let
He
him
got
talk.
good ratings. He
Yeah, I'm
got no.
gonna let him
I
talk.
think he's
Look,
just trying
look.
to revive himself. Can you make it? Can you make it full screen?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make it. Let him talk about it.
Chapter 1. Chapter 1. All these fucking roaches and shit! God motherfucking damn it! Frequisha's murderous gaze was laser focused onto 5 black brownish roaches, all ranging in sizes. Ugh! And the bitch ain't got time for this shit today. I'm hungry and the bitch need to get her pussy ate. The agitated Section 8 strag continued to nag.
What is the appeal to this? What do you think this is?
I think that it's not taking himself too seriously. Honestly, I think that
He's having
he
fun
has a
with it.
voice, and he's telling stories in those voices. I mean, the dude started his book with, I forget what the line was, but he yelled it with so much passion, spit flew out of his mouth, dog. Anything that nigga write, you gotta read it. When you come at it, when you approach it like that, could you imagine going to a book signing where they're doing where he reads an excerpt and he gets up there, he's all buttoned up, he's like, chapter 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine being in a Barnes and Nobles. I would
This is good
absolutely love
stuff.
that. I'd be like, give me 3 copies. I got friends that need to read this too.
100%.
The biggest roach, Daddy Roach Sr., embarked on a dangerous journey to lead his family to a mecca of stale food.
But you see how you see? Look at him. He can barely keep a straight face himself right now. You know what I mean? Like, so he's leaning into the joke. Now, I don't know if he started off wanting to be a prolific writer and thinking that this was gonna be his like a good
Yeah.
foray into that,
Yeah,
catering
yeah,
to a
yeah.
specific, but it
Yeah.
clearly feels like he's leaning into the meaning of his books a
Yeah.
little bit, right?
Well, because they've gotten to that level.
Exactly. We're
Yeah.
talking about it. We've talked about them plenty before, right? So it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like this
It's
is
one of my
new.
favorite
There are people,
authors.
yeah, there are people who yeah, see exactly. There are people who are reading this stuff, and it's funny, but you're still reading it. You're still buying it to read it, and you're still like, this is so funny. I gotta go leave a fucking comment. I gotta go leave a review. 5 stars. Mwah.
Lightly flapped. He used his long, wise antennas to lead his loyal wife of 32 days, their 2 well trained teenage sons, and their precious baby daughter towards the distant smell of decaying Domino's pepperoni and sausage pizza crust hiding away in a dark corner of Fred Quisha's.
Hey, all right. So one thing I want to point out for anybody who's not a writer, anybody who might not know this, in it just he did something that every professor, every teacher tells you not to do, and it's something I've always enjoyed doing if you can do it well, and that is changing perspective between
Uh-huh.
your and making taking your protagonist and then making something else your protagonist, even if it's for just a moment. And he did that so
With the
well. Just
roach, with the
yeah,
roaches.
with the roach. He went from just the lady screaming about roaches to this daddy roach who has a wife he's been married to for 32 days. So now we can see this roach's perspective so that you can root for the roach. Hey, this shit is
Messy
genius, dog.
apartment living room. Every 3rd Friday of the month, when them food stamps hit her EBT card, Fredquisha usually treated her 3 kids to greasy pizza, saucy buffalo wings, and Cinesticks. The pizza fiesta was sort of like a food stamp renewal day of celebration. You know what? Just go ahead and grab
Yeah.
your copy. 50% off today.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
50%
Nah, you
off.
got it, dog.
Go ahead and grab your copy. This book is crazy.
Fucking bravo.
You've earned it. You earned it, man.
He
And it's
earned, I'm,
and
dude.
it's autographed.
I'm about to buy one right now. What should I buy? They're only like $2. What am I buying, Rudy? Tell you, he earned it, dog.
Fuck, man. I mean,
I mean, I'm a bypass eat pussy too. I'm sorry. I just got it.
yeah,
We've done
do
it
that because
before.
that's like a yeah, do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm about
but
bye.
damn, roaches in that. What is it? My my this hoe got roaches in her crib is pretty damn good too, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I got to do that one. I got to do that one because I really want
yeah,
to know
do
what
that
happens with
one.
the roach. I want to know what happens with the
Do that
roach.
one.
And yeah,
Do that one.
all right,
Do that one.
all right. I'm gonna do it right now.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's absolutely fantastic. Oh shit! Oh look! I can get Old Thought Next Door free on my Audible, and I can listen to it. Ah, yeah, I'm doing that.
But make sure that you get the autograph version, though.
I'm not getting the autograph version. Well, damn, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
this dude. If this dude ever blows up, you're gonna have an autograph first edition of this
Quan
fucking.
Millz on the shelf, dog. I think as a black person, if I'm just being honest, bro, like we got a lot of great writers, Ta-Nehisi Coates. We got a lot of great writers out there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think as a black person, though, I think
Like notable
everybody
black authors are like,
notable. Yes, yes, and I think we should be.
historically, it's a thing.
It's a thing, yeah, yeah, and I think we should add. I think we should put Quan Millz, give him his respect, give him his space on our bookshelves, dog. Just one or two books. I think it's worth it, and I'm practicing what I preach right now, and I am purchasing.
We're breaking down borders on this podcast, okay?
Yes,
We're
yes,
breaking down
bro.
walls. So let's have some fun. All right, let's go to this next thing.
We are men. We have sex. This is
Sex with Men.
Oh my god.
We haven't done this in a while, okay? We haven't had an appropriate segment with Sex with Men, and I think it's time that we brought it back in glorious fashion. Okay, I'm just
I
gonna
agree.
play this video for you, and it's because I'm so intrigued with sexuality as a concept, as it's part of human nature, or you could say fetish nature. Okay, and I'm gonna play it for you, and I
That was good.
want you to
That was
and I
good.
want you to tell me what you think. Okay.
All right.
Ew. No way. This is hard. I'm not sitting.
No. These look really good on you.
I think I might have pooped. Ooh. Good girl.
Oh, I tasted that. I tasted my own. It was so bad.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Oh my god. Take a seat.
All right, so go ahead and explain to people who are listening and not watching what that was, because holy balls, man. That's a bunch of women in yoga pants bending
Yeah,
over and farting
please,
audibly
you
on
explain
each
it
other.
because I'm laughing.
Farting audibly on each other to the point where one
Smelling
woman
each
said,
other.
yeah, and smelling it. To the point where one woman said she was trying to do it, she couldn't. She said, "Oh, I think I pooped," and then the other girl goes, "Oh, I could taste that." Nah, bro. I'm not trying to yuck nobody's yum, dog, but that ain't for me. It's not for me. Would you partake if your partner said to you that this is something that they're interested in? They like farting and being farted
No.
on?
Look, man,
Would you
I've
indulge?
had this conversation in other ways with you, where I think there's certain kinks that you just gotta you gotta say it on the first date. I think you gotta say it on the
You got
second date.
you gotta open up with this.
Yeah, second date tops. You know what I mean? Latest, because
There.
I can't imagine, like, really, I cannot imagine being in a relationship for X amount of time, right?
Yeah.
X amount of time. You feel whatever that looks comfortable for you. X
Yeah,
amount of
sure.
time, and then your partner's like, "Hey, like, I'm really into like fart fetish," and you're like, "Well, what?" It has to come out of nowhere. It has to hit you like a fart in the face, where you're just like, "I was not expecting that smell," because what are you talking about right now? What is this conversation we're having? A what fetish? What does it even mean? Like, what do I? It's too much. There's too many
Oh.
questions, and it's like, I really do feel And I don't know. I don't know if this is like, Neanderthal thinking here, but I really do believe, and I think it's true, that sexual compatibility and the chemistry is really essential in a relationship that like
Yeah,
has to go the distance. That has
yeah,
to go the distance.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And so for me, like if I'm not aware of like that there's this other side of you and stuff and I can't fulfill that, I don't know what we're doing here. It
And
has to be a point of contention at some point.
that's what I was gonna say, and I like your answer. I like your answer that like these types of what you're into, those conversations do need to be had. I don't think they need to be had on a first or second date. Like I don't think they need to be had that early, but I do think they need to be
You date
had.
differently that you've
I
dated
do I
differently
do
and you
date a little bit differently. I date for longevity. So yes. It's not just I'm
hey,
not gonna talk to you after the first or second date because you already let me fuck. I date with the intention of having a
oh,
relationship.
what a
So
great
yes,
guy you are.
I date
Uh-huh.
differently. I never said it was good or bad. I'm not yucking your yum, bro. Like see, you're taking offense to this. I didn't say it was bad.
I need to know if she likes to get farted on or likes to
I get
fart
that.
on. Okay, I
I
need
that's
to
it.
know this.
By the first or second date because you are presumptuous and think that you would be having sex very, very shortly after. I mean, it's getting close, lady. We're gonna be having sex soon. Are you a farter? Like that's your mindset. And I think that as long as you
You a
share your
fart.
fetish before you decide to get exclusive, like a
Fuck
date
me,
here and
man.
a date there, that's cool. But
Yeah,
if you're sitting down talking about the are we exclusive? Are we going to be mutually exclusive conversation? I think
yeah,
that's an answer. That's a time where you sit down and you go, "Hey, what are we?" And then
right.
the other person says, "Before we get into that, tell me
Yeah.
the top 5 things you like done in bed that
Mm-hmm.
would terrify a lover." And then you have that conversation and then you know by the end of it what you are.
uh,
That answer it will answer itself. So I
oh
like your
boy.
answer. I do just think that it's a little bit premature in judging
Okay,
the
okay, okay. All
relationship.
right, all
That's
right.
all.
Now, okay. Now, what would you? Okay, I'll turn the question on you. What would you do then in a situation like this, where your
I've
partner
been
would
in a
be like, "Hey,
relationship for 10 years and
no, no, well, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah,"
ask me
and
what
then
you were gonna ask me. I want to know what you were
no,
gonna
yeah,
ask me.
and then they're gonna be like, "Yeah, like I
No,
kind of
ask
want
me
to try
what
this
you were
thing."
gonna ask me
Oh
and then we
no, that
can
was what I was gonna ask you. I was like, "You've been in a
okay.
relationship, not in the one that you're in, but let's just a hypothetical. You're in a relationship for a really long time, and then they come
Yeah.
up and say, "Hey, by the way, I want you to fart on me, or I want you to smell my farts." That's like a thing that I'm into. How do you? What do you do? What do you do?
Me personally, um as long as it doesn't cross any of my lines, I think I'll try. I mean, I'll give it a shot, right? Like I'm not because here's the thing. It's like I have the philosophy that if your partner, a serious partner, is interested in something, then you have a kind of moral obligation almost to at least try it for them because people aren't born into wanting to be farted on, right? That's something you develop over time. So I've been in a relationship for 10 healthy years. Maybe last year she got into wanting to be farted on. She saw something, it stirred a little something down. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna kick her to the curb for broadening her sexual horizons? Oh, I'm not gonna do that. So I'll give it a shot.
Oh
If
man,
I'm
you're a
not
good dude.
into it after that, if I'm not
Right.
into it after that,
Then
I
that's a
think
different
that's when we start
conversation.
talking about, yeah, we start talking about different things, free passes, maybe. Like, all right, so I don't want you to go out there banging nobody else, right? But if you can find a mutual who's willing to fart on you and then be farted on by you, and then you come home and we have sex because you're turned on, you know, like we can pay them and they can go to our basement. You don't even have to come home. You could just, they could just leave and then I can enter the basement. You know what I mean? Like it starts
Just
becoming a
like a farty
compromise.
a farty basement.
It's just a party basement. So maybe you come upstairs. Maybe I don't go into that cloud. But
Right,
maybe
you
she needs
know.
the smell. Maybe she needs the smell. And then maybe I just put on a COVID mask. I just put on a COVID mask and I go down into the basement and I give my
Great,
partner what she needs.
uh, great answer, and
Or
you are an angel amongst men. Let me tell you.
thank you.
Fuck.
Thank you.
Okay. There's one last. My algorithm is small on this one because we have a lot to tackle today. But
Okay.
this made it. My algorithm made it into your algorithm, and this is what you sent me. Okay, so this is a kind of a collaboration of sorts of algorithms, and this sounds like it's right up my alley too.
Little animal isn't a rat. It's a fancy rat. Many people cringe at the word rat, but fancy rats and wild rats are completely different. Fancy rats are
In what way? In what what way
Well,
are they
well, I
fucking
can tell you one that I see right off the bat. You see those cute little rounded ears? Can you go back a little bit? Those ears were
I
adorable. I'm
can't go
not.
back on Instagram. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll let it play that. I'll let it play.
Okay.
gentle, domesticated pets. They have been selectively bred for a variety of colors.
See, that's a street rat.
That does look a
That's
street rat.
yeah.
That
He
looks
picked
like
that
old
up on
Aladdin.
he picked that up on the last stop, and
Put a bow on it and
put a
trying to
bow
trick
on
people.
it.
Trying to trick people into thinking he got one of them fancy rats when it's just a fucking master shredder.
It's a
Regular
regular ass, just
Yeah,
Ninja Turtle
sewer
rat.
ass master shredder rat.
No, see, this is what mental illness. Okay, this is this is on the
Why?
subway
People
playing
how?
with
People
playing
keep
with. He was playing with the rat, eating. He was like biting it, like you know what I mean.
yeah. It's
Okay,
his
all right,
pet.
fine. It's
You
okay.
take your dog for a walk. Why can't he take his rat for a subway ride?
No, hey, listen, I'm not saying don't do this, but I can judge. I can say this is a
You
freaking.
can
I can
judge.
say
You can judge.
I
You're
can judge
God
and I can
now.
talk shit.
Look at
Yeah.
okay, because all I'm just saying, your dog likes parks, so you take your dog to the park. Rats like subways and train stations, so you take and pizza shops probably. So you take your rat. He's taking his rat on a train, on subway. I dig it.
Soft fur, round
Look
ears,
at them
and
ears.
big, bright eyes. They are intelligent, affectionate, and enjoy interacting with their owners. In fact, they can understand simple commands like a small dog and even learn fun tricks like jumping.
Come on.
They can even drive a car. They live in clean enclosures, eat a well-balanced diet.
Don't. Yeah, I'm not getting sold on getting a rat. All right, that's
That's
never gonna
adorable.
happen.
Look at his teeth. Look at his teeth. Are those his teeth? They're huge.
No, those are. I think he's eating something.
And make fantastic pets for
he
many
is,
people.
yeah.
Wild rats, on the other hand, are undomesticated animals that typically live in sewers, garbage
Gross,
dumps,
look
and
at
other harsh environments.
They look the same. They look the exact same.
Nah,
They
those
look the
sewer rats were
exact-
gray. They look like they live in a
They're
hood. They're
gray
not
because
clean.
they're gray because they haven't been bubble bath washed like these other
Exactly.
rats, but they're the same
Exactly.
rat.
They're not the same rat, though. These are different
They're
rats.
Now the same fucking rat, dude. These are just homeless rats, and the others are well educated, born in good community rats.
Fucking libtards, liberal voting rats.
Liberal voting rats. Yeah. They went to college. These are where they went to college rats. All right, they can drive cars for fuck's sake. These rats right here in the sewer, they can't drive. They can't drive. I'm giving them the chance. Give the rats a chance. All right, give brown and black rats a chance.
These rats look like they steal cars. All right, while the fancy rats drive cars. There's a huge difference, buddy. You know what?
You're being. I think this is some subtext that we need to talk about in this country: the black rats and brown rats and the white rats.
Those rats were light. Can you play it again? Let's just see the color difference because we just saw the dark ones.
Their fur is coarse, their colors are usually dull, and they are skittish and afraid of humans. Because of their living conditions, they may carry diseases and are not suitable as pets. So, fancy rats are smart, lovable little pets that can even become your best buddy.
Okay,
come on, those are adorable.
Okay,
look at his tail is wagging.
You're right. Yeah. So, but see, they're clean. See, like they
are
like
clean.
they look fluffy. They look fluffy. Even
they do. See, they're fancy rats, bro. I think that what I would do if I had money to just burn, and if I was an asshole, I would buy those rats, the fancy rats, and I would feed them to a pet snake. Live. I was just live, one at a time.
Good lord.
Yep. Just get me a couple fancy rats here, buddy. We're not getting regular rat tonight. You eating fancy rat, baby. Just feed them a bunch of.
No, it's especially living in New York. These street rats are fucking disgusting. Like I remember one time I was walking with a girlfriend down the street, and she goes, "You know what I heard the other day? That sometimes rats just fall from the sky. They just fall on you." And I was
Jesus
like, "Why would you say
Christ.
that? Why would you say that?"
See, and that's why we need more fancy rats in the world. Because an ugly sewer rat falls in you, you're like, "Oh, that's gross. Get it off me." But if a fancy rat falls on you, you're like, "Oh my God, does anybody know this rat? No, is it? I'm taking this home, right?"
I mean, I think that's the start of what's that rat movie called? Stuart Little. He falls on. I think that's how it starts. It falls on them, and then they adopt it, and then it goes to college or something. I
And he
can't
went to
remember
college.
how that movie goes.
Stuart Little is a fancy rat. The rat from Ratatouille, not a fancy rat. He becomes a fancy rat.
He becomes a fancy rat.
But he wasn't always a fancy rat, though. He came from the bottom.
There's a message in this conversation. I don't know what
There
it is.
is. I don't know what it is.
There's a message.
It's about class or something, I think. But hey, you know. It might be about, I don't know. But yeah.